Hey, it's Ramsey Dewey over here in Shanghai, China, and I've got a request from a bunch of you to show you some of Shanghai, China, as opposed to just talking in front of the camera at the gym. So, yeah, let's go take a look around. We're going to start off this tour of my neighborhood by showing you this weird-looking cat that my daughter liked to pet. After I dropped my kids off at the school bus, I walked past the old folks doing Tai Chi in my apartment complex. Yeah, these guys are out there faithfully every single day. Every day. Gotta admire their consistency. My wife works at a kindergarten, and on this particular day she forgot something at home, so I picked it up for her and trekked across the city, carrying it by hand because I walk every day anyway, so why not? Passing by the fruit store right here. I'm gonna show you just a bunch of stuff in my neighborhood, which right now to me is just, it's normal. It's normal everyday life. I've lived here for 10 years. But I started to think, you know, when I got here 10 years ago, this wasn't so normal. This was unique and special. And to a lot of you guys who've never seen a Shanghainese wet market like this, well, take some notes. These are all over the city. You can buy bulk foods, you can buy fresh vegetables, they've got a fish market, meat attached to this. So all kinds of butchers and eggs and just whatever you can think of. Random dongxi shop right there. And yeah, some turtles, some fish, some shrimp, some eels, bullfrogs, vegetables right there. And they've got some great prices on these things, so I love the Shanghainese wet markets. Shop here a lot. Good stuff. There's some eels in a bucket, some more eels, different kind. Those things are delicious, by the way. If you've never had an eel, well, they're amazing. Some shellfish right there, some fish chopped up. One fell on the floor, unfortunately. And here are some frogs. If you've never had Chinese-style, Shanghainese-style frog, oh man, it is amazing. It's one of the few spicy foods that I actually enjoy. I love spicy food when it has a particular flavor to it, as opposed to just adding spiciness for the sake of heat. You know, just dumping red chili pepper on it. I don't like that. But anyway, the poultry section. So after the wet market, I walked home. There is a canal running along the pathway, heading back home. Just decided to show you that. There are a ton of these manicured gardens all over the place. And there's a little shop next to my apartment. And just walking down the street from there. There's the road. I live on Wuzhong Road. There's a pet shop with some dogs yapping close to where I live. And what's this? Oh, this is a Uyghur restaurant. The people of Xinjiang. It's a part of China, predominantly Muslim. They have these amazing halal restaurants all over the place. And there's the fruit store. I buy a lot of fruit here. Great prices there. It's one thing I love about Shanghai is how fresh fruit is so affordable. So I bought some beef over at the wet market. Gonna cook that up and eat it. Beef. It's what's for breakfast. So, simple recipe. I don't know if you'll like this, but I love beef. I love to keep my meals very simple. Just cook it in a frying pan, a little bit of oil at the bottom. Just cut it up into steaks right there. Steak, man, it's good stuff. And yeah, I eat a lot. I eat a lot of protein. And beef is an excellent source of protein, excellent source of a number of vitamins and minerals and essential nutrients. A little bit of Mediterranean coarse salt right there. Not quite as dense as rock salt, but this stuff is really tasty when you put it over some meat. A little bit of pepper, black ground pepper. Some Worcestershire sauce, however you pronounce that word. My viewers from England will know. My mother's from England. She would always say, "You pronounce that word incorrectly." Some A1 steak sauce, because I like it. Just marinate that a little bit right there while we're cooking it. And here, while that's cooking, I'm chopping up an onion. Red onions are in season. One huge difference in food in the United States and in Shanghai is seasonal fruits and vegetables. Because in Shanghai, you will find what is seasonal. In America, you're always going to find the same stuff in the supermarkets. And I don't know where it comes from or how, but it's not seasonal. So I love the fact that they keep it seasonal here. Turning those steaks over, cooking them on both sides. How often do I eat beef? About once a week. So beef is a great source of a lot of nutrients, but it digests slowly. It takes generally about 72 hours to digest beef. Gonna put some barbecue sauce on there. And so because I'm training so often, I want to eat stuff that is more quickly digestible. For example, chicken, you can digest that in about a day depending on your gut flora. Sometimes less. An egg you can digest in about 6 hours and start to metabolize the protein. Anyway, chopping up a bell pepper to put with those onions. But yeah, once a week I'll eat a heavy meal like this because, again, it's an excellent source of a lot of important nutrients that are very difficult to find in large doses in other sources of nutrition. It's not just about the protein and the iron, but man, there's a lot of good stuff in red meat. But like everything else, we want to do it in moderation. So just stir frying those vegetables a little bit. Cooking some eggs on the side. Eggs have about 6 grams of protein in them. Some D vitamins, some other good stuff in there. I'm cooking with 2 frying pans because I only have 2 burners on this stove. So cooking 2 things at the same time right here. Flipping over the eggs. And those are done. So we'll take those out. And now we'll chop up those steaks. Just make it easier to eat with the vegetables. I just like to mix it all together in that pan. So I'm going to put all of it in that pan. This is a lot of meat. This is about 500 grams of beef uncooked. When you cook it, it loses a bit of water weight. But yeah, I'm super hungry, so I'm going to eat all of this by myself. Yeah, with those eggs. For me in particular, it takes a massive amount of food to put on lean muscle. But everybody's different because of gut flora and genetics. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, the trip around my neighborhood in Shanghai and cooking with the coach. Hey, thanks for watching, everyone. Now get out there and train.